Hello, hello, lovely soul. Welcome to this behind the scenes video. In this behind the scenes series of videos, what I do is I take an angel or oracle card and we go behind the scenes of my interpretation. Now, I won't be sharing the actual interpretation in this card. If you want to read that interpretation, I encourage you to follow the link that I am providing so that you can sign up to receive my emails. But in this video series, we're going behind my interpretation, why I maybe did something that I did. So the card that we're looking at today is ear chakras. This is a card that the angels encourage me to interpret for anyone who receives my emails. This is the card I was drawn to share about this today. And the message, the behind the scenes message I want to share with you today is about the importance of having a working deck. Now, if you follow any of my online courses that show you how to learn to read angel and oracle cards for yourself and for clients, you'll realize that I talk about having a working deck. What is a working deck? Well, it's a deck that you work with every single day. If you're just reading for yourself, it's the deck that you use to read messages for yourself. If you are at a more intermediate level and you have progressed that you can read for clients, it's the deck of cards that you will use every time you read for a client. So it becomes your working deck. And I encourage all my students to have one single working deck because you build up such an intimate knowledge of everything in that deck of cards. You build up such a close connection with that deck of cards. And it means if, for example, this was a card in your working deck of cards, and if you turned it over, immediately you know your message and your meaning behind this card. And that means that you are open to receive more guidance because you're not looking at this card and panicking. Now, when I send out my weekly angel messages, I don't always use my working deck because I'm writing up the message. And if I need to do a little bit of research, that's not a problem. So I let the angels guide me to the deck that they wish me to use and then to the card that they wish me to share. And this was this week's card. And when I turned it over, I thought, whoa, ear chakra. What's that? I know the 7 primary chakras, but I didn't know about an ear chakra. So I went and did a little bit of research about that, found out everything about the ear chakra that I felt was necessary. And then from that, I was able to feel into the message that the angels wanted me to pass on to anybody who would read that guidance that day. Now, this is where the behind the scenes moment comes because we're talking about the importance of having a working deck. Let's say I'm reading for myself or I'm reading for a client and I decide, I'm going to use this deck of cards today. And I shuffle this deck of cards and this is the card that falls out and I look at it. And I think, whoa, I don't know what this means. I can't, especially if there's a client sitting with me, I can't say to the client, oh, I'm sorry. Can you hold on a minute? I want to do a quick Google search on the ear chakra. I can't look at the client and say, oh, excuse me a minute, I just want to open the guidebook that goes with this deck of cards so I can read up what this card is meant to be about. That's not good. That's not professional. And your client will not build the trust that you want your client to build up in you. Not only do you want your client to build some trust in you that they will come back to you at another time for a reading, but you want them to build up trust so that they are open to receive the message that the angels are sending you through your intuition to the client. So if you're running around saying, excuse me, I need to do research or let me read the book, no, your client's going to be totally dissatisfied. You'll be lucky if your client stays for the rest of the session. So that's why it's highlighting the importance of having a working deck. When you have a working deck, you've gone through it bit by bit, card by card. You've meditated with the cards, you've worked through each card, you've written out all the symbols and colours and the positionings, and you really know each card inside out. Doesn't mean to say that whenever a card pops up, you give the same message all the time. What that means is whenever you know your cards inside out, it opens you up. You're not sitting there panicking and looking at this card and suddenly becoming blocked because you don't know what you're going to talk about in this card and your intuition is just, I'm closed. You look at this card and you say to yourself, I know what this card's about. And I open my heart to receive even more guidance from the angels and even more guidance through my intuition. So there's no panic going on. You fully open yourself up to receive that guidance. And that's what makes you a fabulous card reader. Not just a good card reader, but a fabulous card reader, because you know your deck. You work with this deck. You have a connection, an energetic connection with this deck. The angels find it easy to work with you through this deck. And therefore, the messages you pass on or the messages you receive for yourself are on point, and they're so much deeper. So that's our behind the scenes video for this card, Ear Chakras. And the lesson for today on our behind the scenes video is the importance of having and working with a working deck, a single deck of cards. So I hope that has helped you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back soon. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.